So, thank you.
Yeah, so hi everyone, thanks for your attention. We are data fixers in Brazil. We are Fiquem Sabendo for those who know Portuguese. So we are investigating environmental crimes using public data, using FOIA, and now we are using Document Cloud to upload hundreds and hundreds of documents. Sometimes we don't know where to start an investigation. This is a great way to start an investigation, just uploading the documents we got through FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act, and then searching for specific keywords. So in this case, we're looking for environmental crime, so I look for timber, I look for the name of a specific organized crime group and things like that. So far we have published more than 50 stories in media outlets such as BBC, Washington Post. We're also helping these organizations to publish their own stories. So they want to publish a story about timber illegal trade between Brazil and the US. We are going to provide data for them and then they will build from that. We are releasing hundreds of documents, but also data sets. So recently we've had national elections in Brazil. So we have cross-referenced different data sets to say the political candidates who have been sanctioned for environmental crimes in the past. And we are using Document Cloud to make it easier. So we can share a specific page in a PDF, we can share a specific document, we can highlight things that are important for this journalist. So how we are doing that? First, we need to get the data. So we usually send hundreds of FOIA requests every day. We have a team to do that. And sometimes the government tries to deny the data, so we also have a legal team to help us do that. Then we upload the documents in Document Cloud. And that's the way we start investigation, by looking to those documents. We have a newsletter to spread the documents. So now we have 10,000 readers, and it's not a lot, but at the same time, it's 10,000 journalists, 10,000 lawyers, 10,000 people who are, this is an active community, so they are always sharing what we are doing. In the same day we release the newsletter, we see 5, 6, 7 stories published in news media in Brazil with the data that we just released. So it's not a big number, but it's also, it is impactful. Sometimes we are using data analysis, so we are using Python all the time to get, when we get the data from the government, we try to make it as easy as we can. So even journalists who don't know how to program, people who don't know anything about programming or spreadsheets at all, we can share with them the documents and the data. And we also have many partners. So now we are starting to publish some things in English, but 99% of our content is in Portuguese. So we have partnerships with radio station, TV stations, the largest TV stations in Brazil, the largest newspapers. We have published many stories. And in focusing specifically now on environmental crime, we've been giving people these documents, this data set, so they can find specifically who is responsible for environmental crime. So when we are talking about investigative journalism, the most important thing is giving names. So who is responsible for that? Everybody knows that deforestation is happening in Brazil, that the Amazon is in danger, etc., etc. But who is doing that? How they are doing that? And the only way to find out is getting the documents, reading the thousands of pages, and then giving the names, investigating those people. So now we are working on a specific story about a famous guy who's selling violins to Europe and the US, violin bowls. And this guy is using illegal timber. He's using pau Brasil, a timber with the risk of extinction in Brazil. And we found him just by looking documents in Document Cloud, searching for specific keywords, and then the magic happens. And it's also important to say that we are preserving those documents. In Brazil now we have the GDPR, so every time the government wants to remove a document from the internet, they can do that. If they can give you the information today, and tomorrow they will consider it as secret information. So it's nice that we keep those documents in a separate place in the cloud, so we make sure that in the future people will have access, and we'll name these people who are committing environmental crimes. We are also building a community around those documents and stories. So we talk to students every year, more than 1,000 students, teaching how to use FOIA, how to get documents. We have been working in different projects, not only environment. So this year we have released a lot of documents about torturing during the Brazilian dictatorship. We have a Wikilai, which is like a Wikipedia to learn more about the Brazilian Freedom of Information Act. And we also have a community, more than 3,000 stories have been published in Portuguese Portuguese using our data. So we're trying to make more people aware of their right to know and asking more questions to the government. So just one more minute to talk about sustainability. This is very important for us. So now half of our money comes from grants, but we are also getting some money, some funds from training projects. We have some private donors. This year we received a $100,000 grant from the Brown Institute for Media Innovation at Columbia University, and we are always looking for help. So if you want to talk to us, just send an email. Thank you.
Great. Great. Yeah.